Really?
No, I'm just kidding you. Mary Jo, I think you're lovely.
It takes a lot of time to be an attractive woman. You should know that.
That's
well, I mean,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Okay, I will proceed to my red and green, yellow peppers.
That I got for you at the market today.
Yes, thank you for shopping.
Oh, I love going to the market and looking around and seeing what's up, stuff like that. Don't you?
I do. You know, I spend a lot of time when I travel going to local markets and supermarkets and seeing the different produce and
What's
fish.
up in the area?
Yeah,
what you should use in your dishes, etc.
fresh things
Yeah.
that they have.
That's a good idea. Now today for my dish, I'm going to leave the shrimps in the shell because I want to save time. And also the fat insulates the shrimp and you get a very nice flavor from doing that. So don't be scared to do that and then, you know, just peel them as you eat them. And they're easy to peel once they're cooked, no problemo.
Now when I've made this minestrone soup, the seafood minestrone that Mary Jo is doing today, it has sometimes turned into like a stew. And what I do the odd time is I turn it into a complete seafood stew and I cook some pasta, put it at the bottom of a bowl, and then pour everything on top. It's wonderful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I allow my company to help themselves.
Yes.
And
when am I getting invited over for the seafood stew?
You came over.
I did, but there was no stew on the table.
No, but I had enough for you.
You did. You really, really did. Now, I have a bit of a substitution. You could replace the seafood and bacon with chickpeas.
Chicken. Oh.
Did I say vegetarian? Will you
Oh.
get off the medication? Okay, it's for
Chickpeas.
vegetarian. Yeah, chickpeas, kidney beans, beans, more beans.
And then it would be completely vegetarian? No seafood at all?
No, because you'd replace the seafood because you'd be a vegetarian.
Uh-huh, but I caught you. There'd still be clams in it. There you go.
You'd replace with the seafood. What are clams?
Oh, okay.
Are they beef? Are they in the beef family now?
No.
Are they a red meat?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Just trying to trick you.
Hoodwink me.
Hoodwink you.
Tui me.
That's my favorite word.
I love that expression. It's a cute one.
It is.
So we're just chopping up our vegetables simultaneously for our dishes. And this dish is very, very simple. Like Ken said, it's just a lot of chopping, but really only 10 minutes of chopping. Very short cooking time and very spectacular results.
Right. And you know, this is a very good recipe for leftover vegetables. But if you wanted to, another time-saving benefit here is you could chop all these vegetables in the morning before you go to work, and they'd be all ready to do at the end of the day.
Is that a bit of a tip?
Yeah.
Did you venture in with a tip?
I wandered in there.
That's frightening.
That is frightening.
Makes you think something's up. Ken's in there with a tip. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my, excuse me, seafood stew on. I've got my pot and I did a burner assignment.
You did a burner assignment.
Burner's off. Did I not turn it on?
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
See?
Heads are gonna roll.
You were so protective about that burner, and then you didn't even turn it on.
No, I forgot.
Okay.
Had things to do.
I've added in about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to this. I'm going to add in some olive oil and a bit of balsamic vinegar.
Now, with
the
my
oregano?
dish, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I just, excuse me.
Yes.
I just added my 1 onion and my 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to get this sauteing, and little S&P to taste, right, Ken?
Yes.
That's how you sweat out the flavor.
That sounds great.
So we'll get that happening. Continue as you were, sir.
Okay. I'm just making my sauce here. I've added in the Dijon mustard. I'm going to chop up the coriander, because coriander in this type of bean salad will be very fresh.
I love a bean salad.
And I'm going to finely chop half a green onion, half a purple onion.
Aren't you making soup today?
No, no soup today.
No soup?
I know.
Pourquoi?
It's a national holiday.
Oh.
We'll have to claim a national holiday today.
The soup fairies have the day off.
Yes, they
Yes,
certainly
they do. Now, Kenny, just before we go to the break,
yes.
I have
Oh no.
a bit of a trivia
Give
question
me an easy one,
for
like
you.
what color is basil or something, or
Who said that pesto is the quiche of the 80s?
quiche of the 80s?
Who said that pesto is the quiche of the 80s? Did
You
you,
know
eat
what?
quiche? I bet you, did you eat quiche?
I know
Had
real
a
men
feeling.
don't, but I did.
You had the odd one?
Yeah.
Odd one. So when we get back from the break, we're going to keep on
I know
cooking.
this one.
And Ken, well, he's going to,
I think I know it.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. See you in a second on what's for dinner. Hi, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I'm just flipping over my swordfish, and I've got my vegetables on. Oh, my grill marks are exquisite. Look at those.
Oh, that'll be. Oh, I better.
Give me a little swirl there.
There you go.
I've got my carrots and my onions and my garlic started, and I'm going to add my bacon now. Now, Kenny, as I saunter over to my chopping board, I will repeat the question one more time, sir, for your convenience.
But you know what? I think I have it this time.
Who said that pesto is the quiche of the 80s?
Who said that pesto was the quiche of the 80s? Okay. It wasn't Zsa Zsa Gabor, right? No, I know it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Nora Ephron.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Come on, give me your arm.
It's not there. I rubbed it off.
Who's giving him the answers?
I paid for them.
Who's Nora Ephron?
She's a writer. You didn't think I knew that, did you?
Somebody's going to pay for that one.
Yeah.
Well,
so you owe me money for that.
Now I'm just going to kiss you instead.
Ah!
What do you think?
I don't think so.
That was a nice response.
There we go.
I'm just chopping up my bacon, and it's going to go in my stew.
I've added in my coriander. I've made the mustard sauce, as I mentioned before, with some lime juice and some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper, and I added in some oregano. And look at that.
Oh,
what I'm going to do is pop it in the fridge to just let it chill.
Now, I just added a half a pound of bacon to my stew, and I didn't put very much oil in when I started cooking, so the bacon's going to give it a bit of flavor and a bit of oil, and I'm not going to drain. I'm leaving it in there. So it's going to be absolutely delicious, my minestrone stew. Don't you think?
I can't wait.
Are you excited about this one?
Yes, I am. And the good thing about this is it's fairly low fat.
Yes.
And flavorful and healthy.
Yes.
Now, I'm using for my pesto sauce.
Dried herbs?
No, I'm using my. We've got.
I was not told about this.
I kept this secret, for, just for a little while. Okay, I'm going to plug this in.
You see, this to me doesn't. Now, what's going? You see, this is not. This. Even I can see that
this
you just
isn't
unplugged
working.
it. No.
This isn't working. Can you hold this for a minute? Thank you. Thank you. There. Look at that, Mary Jo. Look, that works.
That works.
Right.
Okay.
You don't mind, do you?
Not in the least.
I'll get it out of the way.
Why should I? The star entree, and I've been like thrown off to the side. Why should I care?
So I'm all organized here, Mary Jo. I'm going to put in the spaghetti.
Into the Cuisinart, you're putting the spaghetti?
There we go.
Into your water.
Into my water, into the boiling water. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of oil and a little bit of salt.
What's he doing, folks? What's going on here? Am I going to be the one to pay for this?
Well, I'd stand back.
The facial scarring?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. This here, okay, better take, let's do all
this.
this.
Okay.
There we go. Look how easy that was for me today.
Easy, and you've got your little bowl there.
And I think rather than using this thing, I'm going to put everything in there today.
That's a good idea. I'm going to go wash my leeks and take a load off while you're doing whatever you're going to do there.
I'm using about a cup of basil. Just going to chop it in half and take the bottom stems off. There we go.
Oh, dear.
There we go. I think I'll use a bit more basil.
This is like my worst cooking nightmare come true. He's got like 8 appliances. Excuse me, that's my board.
I know. I'm sorry. I clean up after me. There we go.
Here, well, look.
Yeah.
Now, there you go.
Thank you.
Okay? Mary Jo's over here now.
Now, to make pesto, it's very, very simple. We're going to add in, in front. We're going to add some olive oil, probably about half a cup of olive oil there. There we go. And
this is the last time you're getting away with this. I'm just going to tell you right now.
About a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese.
Did you have flowers in here?
Yes, I had my basil. You're going to buy me flowers?
No.
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Garlic.
Okay.
Now, I'm only using 2 cloves of garlic, but normally I use about 4 or 6.
Yeah, you do.
I use lots of garlic.
Hence the halitosis.
Okay, I've got some almonds and some pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
Hence the halitosis. Did you hear that?
I'm calling a spade a spade. That's bad breath, dear.
I know. I'm just kidding. There we go.
Okay. All right.
Okay, are you ready?
Not really. Because sometimes you have problems with the off button. That's what worries me.
No, it's on.
Okay.
Oh, this goes on.
Yeah.
There we go. And look at that.
You know what? That's not too bad today.
No, that's not. Oh.
Listen, I've seen worse. Trust me.
There we go. I'm just going to add in a little bit more oil.
The rest of my oil?
Mary Jo, I'm really proud of myself.
I know, Ken.
Look at this. I've got it going. Hey, look.
Okay, enough now. No injury. No
there
facial scarring.
No.
No trauma.
That's it.
Good for you.
Lid off, all in one shot. And look, there's my pesto.
Okay.
It's done.
Yeah, it is done. And so are you. Unplug over here. I'm moving over. Do you hear me?
And I put that there.
Okay.
Put this in here and unplug it.
Watch your head.
Oh. My head.
Yeah.
There we go.
That wig is going to be coming off any day now. I got news for you.
I banged my
What
head,
kind
Mary
of
Jo.
adhesive tape are you using on that thing anyway?
Spirit gum.
It's really working.
Okay.
Listen, if you really want to save time, what you can do is you can cut up your mixed vegetables and store them in the fridge the night before.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah,
is that mine?
Yeah, it would be yours.
Would be mine.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to use these here. Get the spaghetti in.
I just was adding my 3 cups of vegetables, my leek, my cauliflower, etc. I'm marching over to. Okay, fine.
I've got the viewer mail today. I'm very excited
Those
about
tap
today.
shoes are really working. You
Yeah,
were just
they
whipped
are.
across the kitchen
Dear Mary
floor.
Jo and Ken, this is from Vicky McKee.
Yes,
As
dear.
an avid viewer, I feel the need to offer the following. Get off the air. No. She says, can you give me more detailed explanation regarding food preparation? Oh, she's asking the experts.
Yes, she is.
How do you properly clean mushrooms? There you go. That's a tip that you gave us.
Look at.
There you go. Come on.
How many
come on.
coffees did you have before you stepped up, sir? Mushrooms, this is our little tip for mushrooms. You get mushrooms in a damp cloth and a little lemon juice and you wipe off the dirt. You don't run them under water. You don't store them in a plastic bag. You store them in a paper bag in the fridge. That's enough for your mail.
No. There's
Ken,
another question.
It's my dish.
Do you need to wash bean sprouts before you use them?
Yes.
Then she asks about fresh herbs. Do you chop up the stalks? See, I read that.
Yeah, you did. That's a lot for you.
I use some of the stalks, but then I take some of them off too.
You
They're
do.
really hard. Whoops, I'm just checking my spaghetti.
Now, I have another tip. When you're cooking, you add your clams near the end of your recipe because you don't want them to lose their flavor. He's
And
really
the
throwing
shrimp.
me for a loop today.
And the shrimp.
I'm putting in my vegetable stock, 5 cups of vegetable stock, and I've got some of my, what dear?
Are you having a problem with it over there? Because I can help you. I'm
Would you
here
like
for
to
you.
help?
I'm here for you. What happened?
Look at
this
that's your
mess.
little nuclear disaster over there. Can you please cut my beans?
Okay.
Cut my beans like a nice lad, okay?
Like a nice lad.
Like a nice lad. And now we're going to take a deep breath. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
No more
So
Twinkies.
how would you like them cut?
Any way you'd like.
In half?
Yes,
There
I
we go.
totally trust you.
Do they go in your...
They go into that minestrone stew. Take a
Okay.
deep breath, keep breathing, keep breathing. And what we're going to do when we get back from the break, I'm going to throw in the rest of my seafood because it only takes moments to cook. Ken is going to put his pesto on his pasta. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. So we'll see you in a
See you in a
second
minute.
on
What's for dinner?
I do, anyway. Hi, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I've already added my shrimps to my stew, and I've got my clams, which I'm going to add at the very last minute. So do I get the go-ahead for the clams?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, baby. And the clams go in, and we'll give that a little swirlaroo. And I've chopped up some fresh rosemary and sage and basil, and we'll sprinkle that in because herbs lose their potency if they're overcooked. And I'm going to cube up my swordfish and add it to the stew, and it's going to be magnificent.
You know what? It smells wonderful.
Doesn't it smell great?
Yeah.
So if you want to pick up that pen, I'm going to give you the ingredients for this one. Sit down, and here she comes. You will need 1/2 pound of bacon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 large red onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 can stewed tomatoes, 2 chopped tomatoes, 5 cups vegetable stock, 1/4 cup chopped basil, 1 tablespoon chopped rosemary, 1 tablespoon chopped sage, S&P to taste, 1/4 teaspoon saffron to taste, 1 bay leaf, 1 swordfish steak cubed, 12 large shrimp, 1 can rinsed clean clams, 3 cups of mixed veggies, leeks, cabbage, cauliflower, beans, carrots, and celery, and half a cup of red wine. And I'm just chopping up my grilled swordfish. Oh, Ken, this is going to be a feast.
Beautiful.
And look at Kenny, I'm using my little separate chopping board.
That's good. I added in my pesto, and you don't have to cook it. I just took it right from the food processor container and mixed it into the pot. There we go.
Oh boy, this is quite a feast this evening.
Going to run over to the fridge and get our beans because they've chilled.
Oh, this looks good. The bean salad?
Look at that.
Oh, Kenny. It matches your shirt.
There we go.
Oh, it looks magnificent. And my stew, don't you think?
Oh, the stew looks wonderful.
The stew is wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It's not a soup anymore. It's a stew.
It's a stewy soup. Yeah. A soupy stew.
There we go.
So I'm going to come over and start to ladle my delicious soup, stew slash...
Soup. What did you call it? Soup?
Slash, it's going in the bowl.
It's going in the bowl.
Oh, Ken, this looks great with all the vegetables and the swordfish, clams, the shrimps are nice and pink. We're having a good one tonight, sir.
We are.
Don't you think?
And as I said, if you had wanted to, you could put some cooked pasta at the bottom there.
That's a very good idea.
And then pour this all on top, and everybody help themselves.
Okay.
Right?
I think we really pulled it together one more time here on What's for Dinner. We've got our delicious soup stew slash soup stew soup.
Yeah.
We've got our delicious pasta and our bean salad.
So get in that kitchen and get cooking.
Rattle those pots and pans.
Yeah, we'll see you the next time on What's for Dinner.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? A busy day. What's for dinner? It's time to play. What's for dinner? A friendly kitchen is all you need. It's quick and easy. Just wait and see. What's for dinner?
Hello and welcome to What's for Dinner, where every day we cook really fantastic, fabulous, wonderful, delicious meals in about half an hour or so. I'm Mary Jo Eustace.
And I'm Ken Kostick, and I had time for a little nap there.
You did.
Yeah. And we really do cook quick, efficient, healthy, nutritious meals.
Are you feeling well rested now
I
after
am.
that little
I had to have
siesta?
had a little snoozette back there.
You look full of color,
Yes,
ready
and
to go.
At the end, I'm going to go back there again.
And have another little nap?
Sure.
Sounds good.
So, what are you going to be making?
I'm going to be making a broccoli and mint soup. I'm doing a 3-bean salad. And I might do something a little special with fruits and raisins. Don't quote me, but I think I might go over there and do something. It's going to be a surprise for you.
And I'm doing the main entree, which is a pasta with chicken, mushrooms, in a cream sauce. Very creamy.
Very creamy. Are you using a smelly cheese
and
in there?
some gorgonzola cheese. So if you want to grab a pan, I'll tell you what you require for the pasta with chicken and mushrooms and gorgonzola cheese.
Oh, phonics, baby, phonics. You're on top of it today.
2 deboned chicken breasts, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 shallots, 1/4 cup of white wine, 1 teaspoon of the W sauce, 1 cup of chopped mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped thyme, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped basil, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of table cream, half a cup of gorgonzola cheese, and half a pound of dried fettuccine.
You see, I just thought the
Did you
gorgonzola
fall asleep?
cheese, I just thought it was your cologne today, but it is the
Oh,
cheese.
thank you. Yes, it is the cheese.
It is
yes.
the cheese because I got a bit confused.
And a bit worried.
A bit worried. Just a tip about this gorgonzola, it's a very strong cheese, so you don't want to be putting it in your fridge unwrapped because everything you have may end up smelling like your gorgonzola.
Everything will.
Everything.
That's right.
So that's not the way to go, is
No,
it?
it's not.
No.
So what I'm going to do is we have deboned chicken breast, but if you wanted to use a normal breast and take it off the bone, you're going to save a little bit of money there. And because all I'm doing is slicing this up very thinly.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen you debone a chicken breast in quite a while.
Well, I haven't seen you do one either.
Who do you think did those?
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
You bought them this way
I know.
when you went to the market.
When I went to the market, exactly.
That's right.
To get your cheese and whatnot.
And you forgot my Twinkies.
I know. Well, you're off the Twinkies, I told you. No more Twinkies.
No more
you
sugar.
bounce off the walls with those
I know,
Twinkies,
I
don't you?
know. Sugar.
It's not good for a man of your age.
Of my age?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm just
Mary Jo.
teasing. I
Just
think
because I was having a nap.
you look very spry today.
Do I?
Very spry and full-bodied.
That's like a full-bodied cup of coffee.
Robust like a good wine.
Oh, jeez. Something's up.
Something's up and you can't quite figure out what it is.
No.
Can you?
I'm worried.
Don't be worried.
Okay, what I'm going to do is slice up the chicken and get the saute pan, put about a teaspoon of oil in there,
Okay.
and then gently brown the chicken.
Oh, I have a bit of a question.
Oh, do you?
I just got a question that occurred to me. Easy. Be careful. There you go.
A substitution question?
No, it's not a substitution. Did you have a substitution that you want to say?
But I'll give it to you later.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a highlight of the first
Right.
segment. Could you not, with this dish,
Yes.
instead of browning the chicken first, could you not poach the chicken in your sauce?
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to
because,
save...
especially because we're slicing it up into smaller pieces, you know. You can do that for sure.
Right.
Okay.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Now you want to brown the chicken over medium heat, not over high heat, because you don't want it to become stringy on the top.
You're
What?
right.
What? You were surprised that I knew that? Mary Jo, shame on you.
Put your
There we
hands
go.
together for Mr. Ken Kostick.
For the little man.
For the little man, comes through in a big way. Hey, I have a good tip.
Oh no.
I have a very good tip, and it's not about the
You
market.
better not steal
Buy
my
high, sell
tip.
low. Remember that tip? We thought that was a funny one. I just learned this, and it's actually very interesting. You might notice sometimes when you cook broccoli that it can have quite a distinct odor. Watch behind.
Yes.
You should have said behind.
Behind.
So when you're cooking broccoli, when you're boiling it, put some chunks of bread into the water, and it will absorb the smell of the broccoli because it can be a bit of an oppressive smell.
Now I didn't know that.
Isn't that a good idea?
That's a very good
and
idea.
I said, I wonder if you could do that in your bath. Put some bread to
like bath oil.
like croutons for your bath.
Yeah.
We could be on to something.
Don't tell me that. I mean, I try every product that's out there.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
For what?
For
Are you covering up something?
bath stuff,
Oh, yeah.
things for the face.
Yeah.
I mean, at my age, I got to work it.
We were just talking about those rubber bands and the tape that you can use, and you just pull it all back here and clip it. Have you ever used that?
No.
Okay, just asking. It's just a
No, I
question.
haven't.
I know, and you wouldn't need to.
No.
Not yet, anyway. Okay, I'm going to get started on my soup.
You're bad, Mary Jo.
Pardon?
Teasing the little guy like
Oh,
that.
honey, you know what? You know how much I love you? You put the wrong burner on, dear. You
No.
put my burner on.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm going to
that's why it's not working.
Yeah, so I'm going to put your burner on for you. There you
There we go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I was wondering why that
Because I
wasn't
care
working.
about this show. Okay.
So what's new in your life?
What's new in my life?
Yeah.
What's new in my life?
I told you I got a date for my sister.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yes, I did the other day.
Really?
Yeah, Paul.
Where'd you find him?
Well, I'm still trying to arrange it.
Oh, the guy that
but
you were
it's-
running
it's-
with.
Yeah, very good potential there.
Right.
Yes. So
And-
I'm
and-
very excited.
And you feel confident?
I feel confident it's going to happen this time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because your batting record's not too good, is it?
No, and my mom keeps calling, asking if I'm doing something about this.
Well, I told you it took a long time to get me married off.
Oh, somehow I find that hard to believe.
But look at it, I mean, it was obviously worth it. You know, just special people have special needs. It takes a little longer.
Special needs.
Yeah. That's what I like to say. I'm just adding my dried basil now to my soup. And I've got my onions and my celery going for our delicious broccoli mint soup. It's a very easy soup, and we're going to puree this soup. And if you wanted to, you could finish it off with cream or yogurt or whatever you have on hand.
So did you added all your dry ingredients?
Yes.
And I'll get rid of these
Oh,
for you.
thank you very much. Now, did you have a substitution?
Yes. If you wanted to substitute the chicken for something, you could substitute it with shrimp or maybe even fish.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
And it would be lighter in calories and lighter in flavor.
And, I mean, you could make this purely vegetarian, too, just by having the mushrooms.
Yes.
Which would be delicious.
Then I would do 3 types of mushrooms.
Yeah.
We've got the shiitake here, we've got the button, and I would also do those gigantomondo portobello ones.
Portobello mushrooms would be, or oyster mushrooms, all sorts. I love mushrooms. Do you?
I do, and they're also very low in calories and fat.
Exactly. That's how you keep so slim and trim, isn't it?
Well, no, I told you I run every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And what's your diet, except for the
my diet?
Twinkies?
The Twinkies are my only downfall.
I know. We all have to have something.
What's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah. What's your only downfall, Mary Jo?
I think I'm just too nice.
You know what? That's what I said too. I said the other day, that Mary Jo, she's such a nice girl.
Really, I've never heard that, like my name and nice in the same sentence from your lips.
No.
Really?
No.
I'm too nice. No, I don't know. My downfall.
Your downfall. Chocolate.
It's a drinking.
Hosiery.
Hosiery. In goes my broccoli into my soup, because hence the name of broccoli and mint soup. So I'm really on the ball with this soup.
You are. And I seem like I've been standing here for ages.
For a long time. You really have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So you've got your broccoli going. I'm chopping.
Chopping.
I finally got the right burner on.
Because of your little friend, Mary Jo.
That's right. So
Helped
when
out.
we come back from the break, we'll put some of this stuff together and cook up a storm.
Hello,
See you in a
and
minute.
what's for dinner? See you in a minute.
Hello, and welcome to What's for Dinner. I've just chopped up all of my mushrooms very finely and the shallots. I'm going to remove now the chicken. There we go. Add the other tablespoon of oil and start to saute my shallots.
Oh, wonderful. So your dish is underway. Would
So
that
I'm
be
happening.
safe to say?
I'm happening.
You're totally happening today. Tips and all, may I add. You have been totally on top of it.
I certainly have.
And the award goes to Kenny Kostick for Best Supporting Actress. Okay, listen. That's a joke. Was that a good one?
That was a good one.
Okay, my soup is happening. Kenny, what kind of soup am I making?
You're making broccoli with mint, and I bet you're going to puree it.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You're right about that, sir. So if you'd like the recipe for the broccoli and mint soup, sit down, pick up that pen, and we'll go through it together. What you'll need for this delicious soup is 1 large head of broccoli cut into pieces, 1 medium onion, 2 celery stalks, 1/4 cup freshly chopped mint, 1/2 teaspoon dry basil, 1/2 teaspoon dry oregano, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 5 cups of vegetable stock, 1 bay leaf, and S&P to taste.
Look at that.
And you're stirring my soup. Thank you very much.
And you know what I'm going to do?
No
I'm just
idea.
going to add in my white wine and let it reduce while I scurry over to that side and get my fettuccine.
Oh my goodness gracious. And of course when Ken
Put
puts
my little
his,
running shoes
yeah,
on
I
and-
know, you're getting frequent flyers today. When he puts the wine into the pan, he actually deglazes the pan and reduces the heat of the vegetables and pulls up
That's
all the
right.
drippings from the pan. So it's a flavor buster, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Are you in a hurry to get somewhere?
Well, I just,
got things
this
to do.
recipe, You just have to be careful. You don't want to burn anything,
No.
especially with the cream. So you have to constantly be stirring.
Okay.
We'll be turning the heat down. It's nicely reduced.
So you're going to be
In
there
goes the W sauce.
for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be here for a while.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
And while this is reducing again, I'm just going to chop up the herbs, the
Great.
thyme, the 1 tablespoon of thyme, and the 1 tablespoon of basil.
You're getting me excited. You're so high energy.
I am.
Yeah.
You know what? This is one of my favorite dishes.
I
You
do
know,
love
I don't
this
eat
too.
a lot of cream sauces, but on occasion, it's not bad.
Well, you might
and
as well go to the bank for the full shebang, or if you're having the cream and the gorgonzola, there's no turning back at this point.
That's what I
This
say.
is not a low-fat dish, folks. Now,
No.
I'm going to be marching over. I'm going to scurry over like Ken because I've caught the bug, Ken. I've caught the bug.
Yes, I've
I've
got
got
you
my
going.
beans over here. I've got some kidney beans
Those
and
lovely
some
beans. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you mean that?
Yes.
Or are you just flirting with me? There are
I'm
my
not
beans.
flirting with you.
Okay. And I've got some nice fresh vegetables and some basil and onion and green onions and celery, and I'm going to make a bean salad.
Oh.
And do a little vinaigrette with some nice fresh lemon juice and some olive oil and salt and pepper, and maybe some dried herbs. Might do that with some dried herbs, yeah. So that'll be very light and refreshing.
That'll be wonderful.
Don't
You
you
know what I
think?
was just thinking about when you did that? Somebody yesterday asked me about my wife,
Right.
referring to you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, no, that would have been
To quote
scary.
a good friend of ours, Steve,
No,
not
no,
in this
no.
lifetime. Trust me.
That's for sure. Okay, so I'm just
Who
going
asked
to.
you that?
Oh, it's a viewer when I was
Really?
at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Said, "Oh, how's your lovely wife?"
Really?
She did.
And she meant me.
She did mean
Oh,
you.
my.
Yeah.
I'm so flattered.
Okay, so we're going to chop up the gorgonzola cheese, and then.
And what?
I'm going to wash my hands.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't be touching your hair.
No, no.
Because that could stay with you
Don't
for...
be touching the fro.
Don't be touching the fro. Hey, Kenny.
Yes?
I got a tip for you.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do have a tip for you.
Do we have a trivia question today?
No.
No,
I don't like
but-
to do trivia when you're on the main dish. I feel it can really throw you.
It's just is completely unnerving.
Yeah. I don't want to do that to you, but I do have a bit of a tip.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah. You had it. It was there.
Here it is. I do have a bit of a tip. If you want to save more time with this dish, you could use leftover cooked chicken. Or,
Right.
I mean, if you had some leftover seafood, and just throw it in the pasta. So that would be a real time saver, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. You'd probably save about 8 to 10 minutes, maybe even more.
Could do your nails, your hair, have a facial.
Any of those things.
Any of those things. Exactly.
There we go.
Okay, so chopping up some nice green onions for our 3-bean salad. And I do have some apples and some raisins left over, so I thought that I would do a little fruity salad as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
with our bean salad. What do you think?
I think that's a good
Do
idea.
you support me?
Yeah. You
Because
know
we're
what happened to me
married.
the other day?
Can't even guess.
I locked myself out of the house. I
Yeah.
was going through the window,
Yes?
and the dogs came and started nipping at my leg.
Really?
They didn't know it was their dad.
Because you haven't been home in so long?
No, I know.
It's all those nannies you have. Hey, listen, you know what I'm going to do now?
What?
I want to go do the viewer mail.
No, I thought I was supposed to do it
dear.
today.
No, it's mine. You've done viewer mail all week.
Did you see me jump? I jumped
You've got
about
to share
4
a
feet
little
off.
bit.
I
You
gotta
know
share
me,
a little?
child. You got to learn to share. Look at this. This is an absolutely beautiful letter. Somebody put in a lot of time to this. It's a lovely 4-page letter, and it's got the little candy cane, which is very sweet. And it's from,
Yeah.
I'll just get her name. Well, she just says N. Brat. And she said she just wants to let me know.
A little piece of gorgonzola.
No, thank you.
You sure?
For behind my ear? No, thanks. How much she loves watching our show, and it's so entertaining. And she relaxes and she watches our show 2 to 3 times a day.
2 to 3 times a day.
So this is a devoted fan. And then she goes to list on recipes she'd like for about 3 or 4 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Then she gives us a few suggestions. You're so immature. Do you know that?
What?
Keep your cheese to yourself. And she just says, Happy New Year, keep up the good work. She loves all the tips, and the substitutions really helps her out at home. So thank you very much. It's a lovely graphic. Very nice.
Now, I'm just gently mixing in the gorgonzola. I've turned down the heat because we don't want it to curdle. And you have to constantly...
You don't want it to hit your girdle? What did you say?
Not my girdle, anyways.
What did you say?
No, you have to constantly be mixing this.
Right.
Gently. Use a wooden spoon and just gently mix it from side to side so that it blends into the mixture in a very creamy way.
In a very creamy, relaxing way. You're having a lot of fun over there.
Okay, I'm just going to check my fettuccine. It's doing well. Look at that. And since I'm here, I'm going to check your soup.
And what's the news?
You know what? Could I add a little bit more stock?
Of course you can.
Okay, I'm just going to go to the fridge.
And hop over and get that.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, look at my sauce, Mary Jo.
Kenny, it's beautiful.
It smells nice now.
Oh,
huh?
it does. It smells
Yeah.
wonderful. Once the cheese settled down a little bit. So we've got our beans and we've got some lovely red onions and some tomatoes. Oh, I hear those little feet. And I'm going to chop up some basil, and that is going to be a salad with a little olive oil and lemon juice.
You're going to call that a salad?
Calling it a salad. Then I'll
Okay.
start it in on
Well,
my
back
fruit.
in the fridge.
Back in the fridge.
You know what? I'm terrible at that. Doing that at home. I take all this stuff out and it lays out all on the counter and I forget to put it back.
Have no idea where you are, what's going
Yeah.
on.
So look, I've got the fettuccine on.
Fettuccine, my soupa,
The sauce.
my bean salad. I think we really have it
Are
together.
you ever going to puree this?
Yes, I'm going to
Okay.
puree it in the third segment.
Okay.
So we're on top of it here at
What's for dinner?
See you after the break.
See you in a minute. Hello, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I've just added the chicken back, and I'm going to reduce the heat again.
You have backs of chicken, or you added the chicken back into your dish?
Into my dish.
Clarify.
Clarify.
Okay.
There we go. Look at
Smells
that, Mary Jo.
delicious, Kenny. Now over here, all I'm doing is I've made up a delicious sauce for our 3-bean salad, just lemon juice, some dried basil, and olive oil. And I have my fruit salad, and I'm going to dress that with a little sesame seed oil I thought would be nice, and some raisins and sunflower seeds. So what do you
Oh,
think?
That sounds wonderful.
Am I thinking ahead?
You
Always.
Are. Now, if you want to grab a pan, I'll tell you what you require with the chicken and pasta and mushrooms and gorgonzola cheese and a very creamy sauce. You need 2 deboned chicken breasts,
Oh dear.
2 tablespoons of vegetable oil,
Puberty.
2 shallots, 1/4 cup of white wine, 1 teaspoon of the W sauce, 1 cup of chopped mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped thyme, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped basil, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of table cream, half a cup of gorgonzola cheese, and half a pound of dried fettuccine. Look at that.
Oh, I'm very. Would you like me to drain your pasta?
You know,
or you
I'll
gonna-
do it. It's all right. You have to do your soup, right?
Oh, he really jumped in there for that one. I pureed my soup, my broccoli with mint, and that is ready. And I'm going to garnish it with a little yogurt and some parsley. So that'll be good. A nice, refreshing soup. Nice and green. There we go. And I have a little broccoli that I'll put in the center.
This is going to go.
I mean, yogurt, excuse me.
Sorry,
That's okay.
didn't want to interrupt.
No, I was talking to myself, actually. Not
This
to worry.
is going right into the dish, and we're going to mix it around.
Oh, Ken.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
Oh, it smells so good with the
This is one of
gorgonzola
my
and whatnot.
favorite dishes. If you're going to have a cream sauce, like you said, you might as well go all the way.
You might as well go to town.
Boy.
Go big or go home.
We have done a lot here today. I'm going to need a nap for this one.
A lie down.
A lie down. I need a
Kenny,
lie
it
down.
looks spectacular.
There
And you're
we
going to
go.
serve it on your platter. And I've got your parsley ready to garnish, sir.
There we go.
Ken.
Doesn't that look nice?
Yeah. It smells really good.
There we go.
I'll have to do a little exercise tomorrow, but not to worry.
I'll bring it over here.
Okay.
Look.
And I'll garnish with a little parsley. Okay, I'll make way for the star entree.
Whoa.
Once
look
again,
at that.
we
A
pulled it
healthy
together
meal.
on What's for Dinner with our soup, our pasta, our 2 salads. I mean, we really worked overtime today, didn't we?
Yes.
But
I'm
it was
tired.
easy and it was fun and we had a great time. We love the letters. That people keep watching and keep writing such positive things. It's nice
That's
to
right.
hear, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you the next time on What's for Dinner.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Hello, and welcome to What's for Dinner, the cooking show that promises to bring you dinner today in about half an hour. I'm Ken Kostick.
And I'm Mary Jo Eustace, and we are going to try and bring you dinner today.
We certainly are.
That's our mandate. As Ken said the other day, we're going to make a delicious, kind of eclectic, fun meal like we always do here on What's for Dinner. That's the name of our show, isn't it?
It is. And you know what I'm going to make?
No idea.
I'm going to make a soup.
Really? A bean soup.
I'm going to make a red bean soup with, it's going to be very spicy with jalapeno
with
peppers.
Red beans.
And I'm going to do a rice dish with peas and some purple onion or red onion, peppers and celery, and I'm going to use soup stock. And you have,
You smell really good today. What
Do I?
Yeah, you smell really nice. Because you smelled, what were you making yesterday? The gorgonzola cheese.
I didn't smell.
But today you smell fresh and perky. And I'm going to be making the star entree. I'm going to be making a hearty potato stew. So if you want to pick up that pen, sit down for this one, because here come the ingredients for our stew today. You will need 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 medium onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 celery stalks, 1 cup vegetable stock, 1 teaspoon balsamic vinegar, 1 teaspoon Worcester sauce, 1 teaspoon dry basil, 1 teaspoon dry rosemary, half a teaspoon dry sage, half a teaspoon dried thyme. It's good to have a lot of spoons for this recipe. 1 bay leaf, S&P to taste. Oh look, 1 bulb of sliced fennel, 4 large carrots chopped, 6 medium potatoes cubed, half a cup of red wine, 4 medium tomatoes chopped, and 2 chopped zucchini.
Oh, wake me up when it's over.
I need a cruise after this one. I'm coming with you.
Maybe I should have shortened that recipe
Yeah, what
some.
did I tell you? Less time on your appearance and more time on shortening those recipes.
Oh, I think so. But you know what? Today is a vegetarian day.
That would make
It's
sense.
all a vegetarian meal. And we get a lot of letters from people who are vegetarians, as well as others who just want to cut down on their meat or the protein content. So this is a good example of what we're going to do today.
You're right.
Yeah.
I would support you in that, sir.
I'm glad.
Now, I'm making a potato stew today, but if you are making soups or stews, this is a really good tip. If you're seasoning and all of a sudden you recognize that it's a bit too salty, don't freak out. Just take an unpeeled potato and put it into your soup or your stew for about 10 or 15 minutes and it'll absorb the salt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one, eh?
You know what I always do when that happens? I always add a little bit of liquid.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, lemon juice can also counteract that as
That's
well.
what I add.
Yeah, that's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
That's what you meant to say.
So with this red bean soup, I'm going to saute my onions, chop them up and saute them. We're using just a normal cooking onion today that you buy at your local supermarket.
You're stretching this bean soup.
And I'm going to saute the garlic at the same time.
So you're going to be doing 2 things at once.
That's right.
Yikes.
And I'll make an executive decision later on in the show as to whether I puree this soup. What do you think?
Really? My personal appearance?
Yeah. Appearance? We weren't talking about your personal appearance.
My personal opine?
Yeah?
No.
Not
No. No.
To bean or not to bean?
I like a full bean.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's
well,
what I would say.
I'm in charge of the soup, so I'll make that decision later on down the road.
We are going to talk during the break. You're
Oh,
not
okay.
pureeing that soup. You know, we're both using garlic today in our recipe, and a bit of a hint about garlic. If you cook it at a high heat very quickly, you'll get the most flavor from it. The more you cook garlic, of course, the gentler and the milder the flavor. That's for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I could use that later.
That's for you. It's a little bouquet.
Thank you.
A bouquet of fennel.
Okay.
Oh, no. No. No.
What?
No. We talked about this.
The burner.
You're an evil little man. This is my burner. That's not happening today. Do you hear me?
I guess I'll let you have the big burner because you have the big stew.
Thank you very much.
You're the big girl.
For the big lady.
Yes.
To your right and left.
I was just testing you to see how alert you were this morning.
Yeah.
Today.
Didn't you meet somebody the other day on the street and they asked how your wife was?
Yeah.
That would be me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Frightening.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scared me.
Yeah, me too. That you thought that I was married to you.
Oh, dear.
Helen would have a heart attack over that one.
Oh, boy, would she ever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yes, dear.
I'm sautéing my my onion and garlic, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper, plus the herbs.
You know, we should have little labels here in the burners what we're making, because you could look at your burner and see that you were making a red bean soup.
Well, I would remember that.
You think?
Yeah. So in goes about half a teaspoon of black pepper and about half a teaspoon of salt.
Exactly.
And
now, just a little tip about carrots. I am using scrubbed carrots today, but it's a good idea to either scrub the skins off and leave a bit of the skin on, or leave them unpeeled, because there's a lot of nutrients in the skin, as well as with potatoes. So that's,
and fiber.
And fiber. And we need our fiber, don't we?
We certainly
Makes you
do.
a happy camper if you have a good fiber intake. Don't you feel?
I can't use that burner, right?
No. We did talk about this, didn't we? Okay. I thought so. Now, I have a bit of a substitution for my dish. If you didn't
I'm sure you do.
If you didn't want to use potatoes, you could use cubed tofu or chicken.
But if you use chicken, then it wouldn't be a vegetarian.
That would be a good point, sir.
But if you use tofu, it would
then
be.
it would.
It would be vegetarian.
Tofu.
Yeah.
Tofu.
I love tofu.
Do you really?
Oh, I make it all the time.
I know. I like it myself, Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my stew happening.
I think you better.
Chop up my garlic. But this is, and again, if you want it to save cooking time, well, of course, you could use your microwave and pre-cook some of your vegetables in your microwave for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Especially the potatoes, carrots, the zucchini
Fennel.
you could do.
Yeah.
Fennel, yeah.
Save yourself a little time. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's part of just being organized in the kitchen. Whoops.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
sorry about that,
Watch
Mary Jo.
the outfit, will ya?
We don't want to damage anything.
I'm looking like a little sailor today, don't you
You
think?
are. Yes, you look lovely today,
Thank
Mary
you very
Jo.
much. Rethinking that marriage thing a little?
No.
Did not think so.
No, I
Behind.
wasn't going there.
There goes my onion. I put in my onion, and I put in my 3 cloves of garlic, and I,
And
Kenny, thank
I'm going to help you. I'm going to stir this around.
And I'm putting in my fennel bulb, my harder vegetables, and get those going. Next, I guess I better get on my potatoes.
If you wanted to,
Yeah?
in your recipe, a lot of times what I do is, if I don't have a lot of time to prepare this, I prepare the cut vegetables in advance.
Really? Days before?
No,
Night
just
before?
like the morning of. I put them in cold water, put it in the fridge, and then I'm ready to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Because if you have everything all prepared, then putting it all together doesn't take a long time.
It's easy.
I talk with my hands a lot,
You
don't I?
do. You're a very expressive person.
I am.
That's for sure. So you're sauteing off your onions.
Yep. In goes my vegetable stock.
I see. Very nice.
I'm going to add in my stewed tomatoes.
Good man.
There we go.
I hear your little feet shuffling all over the place.
And guess what? The basil.
Perfect. I'm adding my rosemary, half a teaspoon of dry rosemary. I'm going to add some of my dried herbs to, oh dear, okay, there you go.
Yes, you are. You're adding in your dried
You got a bit
rosemary.
of nerve because you saw I took your spoon. I was going to give it back.
I know.
Kenny, just because we've been talking about marriage and how good I look today, I've got a question about an aphrodisiac for you.
No, not another trivia question.
I have another trivia question. What is the
I
most...
got one yesterday.
You did, by default. What is the most popular aphrodisiac in Italy? People eat it all the time. It's crazy over there.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
Do you?
I do know this.
Oh, when we get back from the break, Kenny is going to answer the question of love. Is that right?
Yes. See you in a minute on What's for Dinner.
Hello and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I'm just getting on with my potato stew. I'm going to add my potatoes next. And I've got some dried herbs. I've got my basil and my thyme, and that's going in. Look at you sneaking into my shot. Get your hand out of there.
Just stirring my soup.
Just stirring my soup. Now listen, sir, I will repeat my question.
Oh, okay. I got this one.
What is considered the most popular aphrodisiac in Italy? Look at me when you give me this answer. Look at me.
I'm ready to win.
Okay, go.
The hair dryer.
Finally, because you know.
It's garlic. No?
Garlic?
Yeah.
No, it's your favorite. What vegetable do you use in every single recipe that you write?
Fennel?
Yes. Fennel.
out.
You know what? I'm taking points off for that answer. I'm not talking to you for the rest of the show.
Fennel. I'm sure it's garlic.
No, dear, it is not. You're wrong. You're
Well.
wrong, Blanche. You're wrong. Putting my cup of stock in just to take a little heat off my vegetables, and I've got to start cubing my potatoes.
Now,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I've just chopped up my celery.
Okay.
I'm going to add in the bay leaf,
Great.
and I will chop up my hot pepper and add the beans later, but if you want to grab a pen, I'll tell you what you require for the red kidney bean soup
Now that would be nice.
with jalapenos.
Okay.
You need 1 can of red kidney beans, 3 cups of vegetable stock, 1 large can of stewed tomatoes, 1/4 cup of chopped fresh basil, 1 medium onion, 2 cloves of garlic, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which I added, 2 stalks of celery, 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar,
You've read that before.
and 1 tablespoon of chopped jalapeno peppers, and guess what? 1 bay leaf.
How surprising.
How surprising. Now, I have a little tip for you.
Okay, give it to me.
Now, watch what I do. I'm going to take precautions today when I chop up that hot jalapeno pepper.
You're going to wear your oven mitts?
I'm
What a
going to wear
wuss.
an oven mitt. Yes, you know why? Because the other day, I touched my eyes after, and
That's not what I heard. I'm putting my potatoes in. I can't believe you've got an oven mitt on.
I do.
Do you want a face mask now?
No, I just don't want to get anything on
Can't.
in my eyes.
Oh dear, I can't even look at you the same way now.
No. There we go.
Oh well.
You have to be very careful with the hot peppers.
Is this a tip of yours?
This is a tip of mine. Wear an oven mitt when you're chopping a hot pepper.
And then he's going to lift them with his right hand anyway. So
No,
it
I'm
doesn't
not.
matter.
No, I'm not. Look at that. There we go.
Very nice.
There we got the
Would you
oven
like a
mitt.
baking dish to take those over to your
No.
soup?
I'm going to put them, just move them over onto my knife here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. And I will pick up the little morsels of celery that I left behind. Look at that.
What a frontiersman you are.
Behind,
Would you like an apron?
there. Is it safe to take the glove off now?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
you should
so.
wear it for the rest of the show. Oh, because you left a few over here. You might want to scurry over and pick up those.
Okay.
Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
So I'm bringing this to a boil, and then I'll reduce it.
Okay.
And I'm going to add the red kidney beans.
Now, a good idea when you're cooking beans, this is a bit of a pre-soaking tip, because if you pre-soak your beans, and this is a good tip to know, what it does is it draws out the things that cause flatulence, and it does. And
What?
If
What are
if
we
you
talking?
pre-soak your beans, like if you put your beans in a pot and bring the water to a boil and then let them soak for 2 hours, you know, sometimes beans can give you flatulence, and people know that. That's not something people don't know. But
Where is this show going,
but if
Mary
you
Jo?
pre-soak your beans and get out the toxics, then the beans will sit better. I mean, we
Okay.
use a lot of beans. I don't see why our viewers can't know that tip.
No, I
If
guess
Ken chopped a pepper with an oven mitt on, I can say that tip.
flatulence.
Yeah.
Okay. I am just going to add now some
In front.
oil to another pot.
Pot.
And I'm
in
going
front.
to brown the rice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going to add the rice and just brown it.
Touchy today, aren't we?
And because this is only a half-hour show, to quicken the cooking time, I'm going to
Put it in the microwave?
the soup stock to cook the rice in the microwave.
Very good,
For
Ken.
3 minutes while I prepare the other ingredients.
Oh my goodness! Somebody had their
Gee.
Wheaties today.
I'm
now,
just-
you're flying.
I'm
You've got
flying.
little wings on those tap shoes of yours. Listen. Now, Kenny is going to brown his rice, and that's actually a pilaf. If you brown your rice in oil or butter, that gives your rice a very nice flavor, and he's doing that today. We do that a lot on What's for Dinner. It's a very good idea.
See, Mary Jo, I didn't touch any of that bit of hot pepper.
I know.
So
You're a professional.
I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. There we go.
Remember
Whoops.
I didn't hear behind on that one. I'm getting my potatoes in my stew, and all my harder vegetables are in now, and then I can add my softer vegetables like the zucchini and the tomatoes. So we'll get this going, and I'm going to take my balsamic vinegar, my 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, and my Worcester sauce.
And you know, Mary Jo,
Yes, dear.
I have to tell you, that was a very good idea to do the potatoes first, because it's the harder vegetable, and you cube them very small. Very impressed.
Ken, how come you're buttering me up? What's the deal?
I want you to give me an easier trivia question tomorrow.
You got it. You
Okay?
definitely have it.
What do you think?
I will.
Did the charm work?
Like your last name type deal? Something like that? I do have a
right.
bit of a tip about tomatoes. When you are slicing your tomatoes, slice them with the stem up. Just, it's better, apparently. That's the way to do it instead of
Plum
do it
tomatoes
that
or
way.
all tomatoes?
All tomatoes. The world of tomatoes.
Oh.
Is that interesting? Not really?
Hey, hi.
Tell someone who cares. Do you want to
Sorry,
do the
what's your
viewer mail or what?
Oh! I don't want
There
you
you go.
touching that.
Don't want her touching that.
The viewer mail today is from, and it's addressed to Dear Sir. Now, it could be,
It could
that
be
could be either or.
Oh, you little imp.
It's from a G.S. Rajav, right?
Yeah.
Right. And they write, the program What's for Dinner is interesting to watch. It helps people to prepare quick dinners. Some days I miss it because of a conflicting work schedule, but then I tape it.
Oh.
So my congratulations to Messieurs Ken Kostick and Mary Jo. Good show. Keep up the good work.
Aw,
Isn't
that's
that nice?
very
That's
sweet.
very nice.
I love our
thank you
viewer
very
mail.
much.
We have little fights over the viewer mail because we get so excited on who gets to do it because it's such a positive thing.
Little Kenny likes to do it all the time.
Little Kenny just scurries over there to get that mail. It's the highlight of his day. I'm going to put in my red wine, half a cup of red wine, and now put my zucchini in and my tomatoes because they're my softest vegetables. And Kenny, may I stir your rice, sir?
Of
I know
course.
it's a bit personal because you're really working overtime on it.
I'm working on this pilaf.
Pilaf.
Chopping up all my vegetables.
And you've got some frozen peas there.
Frozen peas, and in the fridge we had some peppers, a red pepper and a yellow pepper. And I'm
Look at
gonna
me go. Look at me chopping. Look at this. Look. Kenny? Kenny?
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, that's your plastic finger, isn't it, after the accident? That's your prosthetic. Okay, there we go.
Oh, and I heard the
Doorbell?
no, the
Kenny, my
microwave.
stew is on, sir. And I'll
So
just
just
add
put
my
that
tomatoes
there.
sort of at the last stages of cooking. This is going to be so hearty and delicious.
It's gonna be wonderful.
Don't you think?
It is.
Okay, and
I
Ken
can't wait.
Can't wait. Ken's scurrying over to add his stock to his rice. My stew's on. The soup is totally happening, and he's not going to puree his bean soup. It's very exciting here on.
Well, you never know. On What's for Dinner.
What do you mean
See you in a
never
minute.
know? What kind of crap is this? Hello and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I'm just chopping up my fresh parsley and I'm going to scurry over to the stove. Who am I imitating? And I'm going to put my fresh parsley in my delicious vegetable stew. Now listen, folks, if you want to pick up that pen and sit down, I'm going to give you the ingredients that you're going to need for this hearty potato stew. You will need 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 medium onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 celery stalks, 1 cup of vegetable stock, 1 teaspoon balsamic vinegar, 1 teaspoon Worcester,
W sauce.
thank you, 1 teaspoon dry basil, you jumped right in, 1 teaspoon dry rosemary, half a teaspoon dry sage, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 bay leaf, S&P to taste, 1 bulb of sliced fennel, brackets aphrodisiac, 4 large carrots chopped,
garlic.
6 medium potatoes cubed, half a cup of red wine, 4 medium tomatoes chopped, and 2 chopped zucchinis.
Whoa.
Hallelujah.
Boy, that was a long one.
Wake me up.
But it's just vegetables. It's not, and it's just chopping.
Hence vegetable
Yeah.
stew. I'm going to dish out mine. Now, what are you doing there, sir?
I've just added in my red pepper, yellow pepper, the frozen peas, and we're cooking them right at the
behind.
end because we want them to be nice and crunchy. We don't want them to be too tender.
We want them to be al dente.
El dente,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
The language of love, Ken. I'm speaking it today.
I'm going to be running. The language of love. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got my soup.
You do?
And because I want to be so nice to Mary Jo today, I'm not going to puree the soup. No appliance.
You're a little angel, aren't you?
I am.
You are an angel in disguise.
Behind.
Thank you, dear. Look at my stew, Kenny.
Oh,
Okay, watch the girdle, dear. Be careful. Oh, look at your little hand shaking. Are you okay? Do you need some help?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good. I'm just going to chop up some nice parsley
Yes.
to garnish.